energetic and very contagious, honestly.
Absolutely. Now, this Asian University Basketball League, the acronym is AUBL. Please follow the Instagram page and the social media accounts. It is absolutely cracking, pumping with stories, pumping with content, and not just about the players, you know, the officials, the back of room staff. Don't forget, this is literally history starts now, or history in the making, because a lot of work has been put in by the organizers, all the organizers at the company called the Real League based in Hong Kong, who have worked their tails off with passion to put this competition together. God willing, this competition will kick off into bigger and better things, and that is very much the plan. But today, we're just going to stay operationally and talk about the Etu Gen University team and the Nippon Sports Science University team. Two very good, decent, I mean, even though we've never seen them before, well, we've done our research. You know, they like the team from Nippon Sports Science University. They like to shoot from the outside, you know, not afraid to play that run and gun Asian basketball, whereas Etu Gen really like to stretch the floor and really try to play that motion offense to, you know, hit the open man, get and score underneath the basket.
Yeah, absolutely. These particular players, they're very fast. They're hustlers out on the court. We actually have two players from Etu Gen who are actually playing pro ball right now. So they are simultaneously playing for Etu Gen as well as the current reigning champions of the MCBA, the Broncos, actually. So get to see some professional level basketball here today, too.
Fantastic research there, Taylor, and that's why you're the analyst for today. We'll be switching up, you know, between analyst and play-by-play for each game because we've got 4 games per day. How good is that? And then the excitement over the weekend where the teams will knock each other out for the bronze medal game and also the final. And don't forget, there will be an MVP for this competition. The AUBL, the Asian University Basketball League. Do not forget that acronym. Do not forget that name because that is a history-changing name in basketball competition, not just here in Asia, but throughout the world. Because a lot of these teams, you know, Taylor, they've got some players from overseas, you know, so that's going to give us a lot of international, well, for lack of a better description, international dimension of basketball.
I think that's really a reflection of how basketball is evolving overall. You know, talking about, you know, NBA having tons of European talent. Now we also have, you know, players or pipelines from African countries. So in particular, we have quite a few Senegalese students out in this competition. So that's going to be really exciting to see and learn about as we go on throughout the days.
But one thing I noticed as well, a lot of the players are from Congo. So, you know, I mean, in my very, very broken French, I've been speaking some French to them, but this is the Nippon Sports Science University team. Zion Uda, Haruki Goguchi, Toki Yoshida, Ryusei Hayata, Ashi Yamaguchi, Misaka Doai, Sa Shiha, Hakaru Shioka, Yuto Oe, Shotaro Ishikawa, and also Kensing Asada and Kenta Oda, coached by Masahiro. For the Etu Gen University team, Enkamora, Bayabatar, Namchot, Zorik, Dava Saihan, Bayas Bol, Batar Erden, Mukpatar, Sogar, Shijak Hu, Tokasurin, Tushik Elbek, the team captain, Usek Bayar, Okon Bayar, Bar Enden, Bayar Muk, Purev Oche Chinzorik, and Bindaya Sandak Gorj. Very, very long names, but you know what, Taylor? They are the most friendliest, passionate guys you will ever meet in the lobby of the hotel. Yes, they don't speak much English, but they speak basketball. They'll come up to you, fist pump, high five. We're going to win this game. And they taught me a Mongolian word today. If we say it on the play, on the commentary today, it is tar ser hai, which means delicious, because they love food and they want to make their baskets tasty from the outside and on the inside as well.
Talking about universal languages, basketball, and as well as food. I mean, that's some solid stuff. And yeah, we're excited. You did a fantastic job pronouncing the names, by the way. Props to you, Ben.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. I worked very, very hard at it. My mother always told me, never, ever, ever say someone's name wrong, because that is a big insult to them and their family and their moms and dads. A big shout out to all the players, mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, uncles, relative, and family friends. Don't forget, getting to one point of success in their life is not just about one person, but very much about that supporting system.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of the players on the court right now, I'd also want to bring up something really special. So AUBL is actually, they had a monumental partnership announcement with Under Armour. So we're going to see very shortly that their uniforms are actually specially designed for this tournament. So Etu Gen, they're actually, that's not their typical jersey colors. As we see the orange and black for them, that's actually their home team jersey. And the Nippon Sports Science University, they're going to be the men in white. So that's going to be, that's a really special partnership with Under Armour just in the first inaugural season for AUBL.
Well, it's exciting. You know, I was telling all the Real League guys, you guys have done fantastically well. Getting sponsorship in sport is, in Asia is the hardest job in the world. I've done it before, and you know what? There was days where I just was pulling my hair out, and they've done it. They've attracted some top-notch clients who want to invest in the league, not just on the short term, but on the long term, and it's fantastic to see. Nippon Sports Science University, just to let you know a little bit about them, they were established in 1891, very famous for its library and exchange programs with other global universities. They have a community of international students. It's a private university. Yes, the bulk of these athletes are studying sports science, but Nippon Sports Science University does offer short courses and other things, other courses and other vocational educational programs as well. So full credit to Nippon Sports Science University. You know, there's something about us Asians that we love representing our university. Taylor, you've been there before.
Yeah, there's a lot of pride in coming from a school, especially with a school that is actually one of the oldest ones in Asia, talking about them existing since the 1920s. So as I mentioned before, they are the oldest in Asia. They have a record 19 All-Japan Intercollegiate Championship titles. So
there you go.
That's a really established
impressive.
college. So Etugen's got a lot of work to do. I mean, look, they got a lot of talent, they got a lot of drive, but you know, we'll see today's matchup, our first ever matchup.
That's right. The lights are going up, everyone. We are very close to the first game. And we're going to hand it over to the Master of Ceremonies court announcer, Mr. Frank, who's going to be very on point, no pun intended. Mr. Frank, walk us through the players coming out. Look at those lights, Taylor. I mean, talk about dreams coming true for these athletes. What a moment.
It's really incredible, the setup at where we're at. We're at Binjiang Gymnasium. This was built back in 2022 for the Asia Games here. So it's a general's gymnasium, but AUBL did a fantastic job. I even love the colors. The blue and orange really stand out and pop out.
No, whoever the creative team is for AUBL, they've done a phenomenal job because, I mean, there's something I always say about, you know, what selecting bright colors that stand out and make you visible. And this league is the most visible league in the land right here, right now at Binjiang Gymnasium University, Binjiang Gymnasium in Hangzhou, China. So this is Frank walking it through a historical moment to have the players' names announced on court. Great job by Frank in terms of announcing the players, the respective players. Right now, yes, the traditional exchange of the team pins. But no more pins, no more hello, hello, no more good luck. It's now, I'm gonna beat you.
Playtime is over. It's no way of playing nice, but nice enough still. You know, we still want to play a fair game on the court. Actually, something I want to bring up to the audience, Ben, is that, you know, talking about legitimacy and bringing international exposure, we actually have quite a few overseas referees for this series or for this tournament. So a couple of mentions is we have experience from the G League, from Unrivaled, as well as referees from the PBA. So that's going to bring in even more legitimacy to this game and to the series.
Was Siyu Feng. He's from Hangzhou, the local boy. He's been refereeing for 5 years, and the middle referee is from Miami, America, in NCAA, and the one on the far left, a young referee from Canada, refereeing in the CBA over there, or the CBL, should I say, the Canadian Basketball League. So yeah, we have international referee, PBA as well. Jimmy Mariano is our game commissioner, and he's got a big job. He was saying in the team managers meeting, which we both attended, look, if there's any issues, please come up to me. We'll talk it out as gentlemen and gentlemen, or lady and gentlemen. Please do not walk off the court. That creates bad vibes. You know, if there is no instant replay system, there's no IRS, so the referees will have to make the call as they see it.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. I mean, this was what we had just found out last night in the official meeting, is no IRS for the entirety of this series. So, you know, there's maybe some pressure on the referees too, you know, to be on their A game, even more so than usual. A lot of them, this is their first time assignment out in the Asia overall region in general. We've heard, you know, a referee working in the CEBL, that's the Canadian Basketball League overseas. But, you know, we'll see how they fare. It's early in the series, game one after all, as we have the starting five.
That's right, Hikaru, and then we've got Shotaro and Toki Yoshida as part of the starting five. For the Etugen team, we got Varas Bol, we got Tushik, the Papayar as well.
And just a reminder that game one is Group D gameplay. So for today, it's going to be D, C, B, and then finally for tonight's opener, Group A, that's going to be Kongku and Zhejiang University.
And Tsinghua University taking on the University of Hong Kong a little bit later as well. Plenty of games. We have 4 games per day. It's going to be exciting. It's not going to be tiring at all because we love basketball. We love the Asian University Basketball League, AUBL. History starts now. This is a game changer. There's Hakaru, number 25. Expect this man to spring to the rim. And there the Sandak Gorge. And Mongolian basketball has prided itself on shooting, but then by Yarmouk. That's why they're very good at 3x3. But they're trying to evolve their game in terms of trying to attack the rim. Really, really trying to penetrate and not be so stereotypical Asian basketball, Taylor.
And looking on the screen, we have that one of the two players that I mentioned who are playing in the professional Mongolian league, or as they call it, the league, is number 5, Tushig Elbeg, as well as number 20. Now, folks, if you guys are really into basketball, make sure to go on aubl.com. That's where you're going to see all the box scores, play-by-plays, by quarters, and whatnot, and as well as their Instagram, AUBL_basketball.
Wodbaya jumping up against Yuseyahata, tip. And Sashiha was the center. The outside posting up. Looking for that handoff, up top, handoff. Well, good disruption defense by Nippon State University. Nasty handles to the corner, shoots for the triple, and he collects the foul from the outside. So not even 20 seconds played, we had our first foul, and he's got Mr. But then Bayak move to the line.
We saw that instance where Nippon players are really keeping the Etugen players outside beyond the perimeter. You saw them pushing them way out, almost close to the AUBL half-court logo.
Well, they knew they wanted to disrupt. They knew that this Mongolian team from Mongolia, from Ulaanbaatar, Etugen, they are full of shooting. Makes their first basket of the day, and because he was fouled from the triple line, this is his third shot. There's Coach Bayak Sok from the Etugen team. 2 out of 3. Not bad if you're doing a quiz or examination. That's not a bad mark.
It's passing.
It's passing.
Yeah.
More than 50%. Nippon State University, first time with the package at the half court. Working on his opponent. Bounces it. Handoff. Drive. Attacks the rim. Tap. Gets the rebound. Well done, Nippon State University. Swing. Bounce. Releases. Off target. Wasn't quite that moment that they were looking for to start. Etugen. Good pass. And banks it in. And a 4-0 run. Good start by Etugen University.
It's a great handoff to the inside player available. Now we see on the screen Nippon's foreign student as the big right now sitting on the screen.
Disrupted off the fake. Push shot, bank shot, nice. That's Nippon Sports Science University's first basket of the game. And that was by Shotaro Ishikawa. He is their best shooter, rated by his teammates. Good defense by Nippon. Handoff. That cliche handoff by the Etugen team. A lot of Mongolian teams like to do it. Push shot, too strong. Here they come on the break. Need a bit more numbers. Fires! Off target again. That's their second missed three-pointer in this game, Taylor. Here comes Etugen. Nice to penetrate from the B line. Good rebound by the big man. Kick. Open. The threes are not falling down for both teams currently. Racing, sprinting, kicking to the corner, releases. And that's the fourth missed three-pointer.
Still waiting for them to crack that goose egg here.
And the referee blows it down. And holding foul. That's really, really good of the referee to take his time.
Yeah, take a look at the replay here. Barsbold being patient with the ball, and a good eye on the sideline referee for making that foul call. So, talking about how we haven't seen any shots from the outside yet. They're patient with it.
What a rejection by Sheha. Talk to the hand. Puts it up high. Rebound by Etugen. Here they come on the break again. They're a bit undersized, but they are not afraid to rebound off the dribble. B-line layup. Well, that's good rim protection by Sheha. Etugen. A little bit shell-shocked, posting up. Can they deliver the stamps at the post office? Stamps are not delivered. Big fella, pump fake, out. Looking a bit scrappy and messy, but they're trying to get it off the cross. Tries to make some chili sauce, but nope. Blender didn't work right there because the referee said there's a foul and contact.
Again, we're seeing the outside shooting here is struggling, so Etugen players are going to really try hard to drill into the paint as we have another free throw opportunity here.
Etugen not afraid to attack the, pierce the paint and really attack the rim, Taylor. This is really great to see because I'm so used to, Mongolian teams really loving to shoot it from the outside, lights out, Under Armour, three-point shooting Steph Curry style. But they haven't brought that. They brought a very different dimension to their game, but they love their handoff, shall I say, and dribble drive.
Yeah, we saw a great look-away pass earlier by Elbek Tushig. Again, having experience playing in the Pro Ball League in Mongolia helps a lot for this young Etugen team.
Nippon off the screen. Nasty handles, good pass. Oh, off the fake, goes for the three-point take. Oh, good rebound by the little man. He is showing that he is not afraid. That's Hakaru. Hakaru! And referee blows it down again. It looked like a little bit of a pushing foul, but we'll wait for the communication by the referee. Taylor Ote, what did you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, I think watching that possession just now just reflects the hustle that these smaller players have to play, the style. Obviously, we have number 15 on the screen for Nippon. He's going to protect the paint, but oftentimes when he's not available, you're going to have these small guys come in.
Bang, gambate, as they say in Japanese, which means heroic, awesome, spirited moment. The triple scored, the first triple of the game, scored by Yusei Hayata, which is the game captain. They've got a game captain and a team captain. In the corner, a bit busy, push shot, hits the front of the rim, they get it back, off the dribble, out, releases, couldn't get it to go down. Etugen knocking, they want a triple. It's in their DNA to go for the three, but they lost the handle, get it back, gotta watch the shot clock. Ooh. In the nick of time, Tay.
Yeah, definitely. He fought the size up against at the key, and he made that beautiful teardrop shot finish.
Batterden with the floater. This is the big man, Shiha. Good pass. Takes another three. Bang! Oh, Gambate again!
There we go. That's finally 2 threes from Nippon Sports Science University.
And they are feeling it. They are slowly finding the button to the heater, the three-point heater. Can they make it rain with more threes? Well, that's what we love to see. Almost a lob pass. Out. Off the fake. Trying to penetrate. Well, he did penetrate. They go for a three. It's the side eye. And oh, look at that animated Spider-Man rebound. Peter Parker style. Outside. Screen. Lets it fly. And the bird could not steer that in the tin. Nippon Sports Science off the cross, on the drive, puts it up and one! He gets the bucket and the bell. Potential three-point trip coming up.
Great hustle by number 21, Hikaru Skioka. That's his first basket and first free throw opportunity with our first substitutions coming in.
That's right. So all of a sudden, Nippon Sports Science University with 2 big threes. And now attacking the rim, Etugen switching their bigs to try to give it a bit of variation and to tighten up on their defense. This is Hakaru Yoka, the team captain, for the potential three-point play. Can he get the extra? He does. And Nippon Sports Science up by 4, a quadruple. Etugen. Got to get it over half court. Half court press by Nippon Sports Science earlier, which is a good move. Posting up. Out. fire. No land down. Good rebound by Shah. Spacing and stretching the floor. High arcing three. Short. But they get it back. They're rebounding a lot better than Etugen. They're just trying to find that space. Good motion by Nippon Sports Science. Drives the lane downhill. Not quite. Gets his own miss. Look at the speed by Nippon Sports Science. Corner pocket three. Bang! Gambate!
Nippon Sports University really controlling the boards as well as controlling the tempo of the current game. Etugen calling their first time out.
Well, you can't blame them, Taylor. 3 big 3-pointers by Nippon Sports Science University. They have definitely found their sweet spot from the outside.
Yeah, as opposed to Etugen, you know, they have the look. You know, they're making some open shots too, but they're just not having the touch right now. As opposed to what we saw just now, number 41, Shotaru Ishikawa, as well as number 10 here, Ryusei
Yusei Hayata, the number 10, the game captain. Yes, absolutely well said. Electric and energized. But you can't get complacent. It's early days yet. It's a long, long week. Look at that communication by the Nippon Sports Science coach, which is Masahiro Fujita. He was just saying to his guys, look, guys, do not forget to put your hands up. And that's something that I spoke to the guys in the Nippon Sports Science University. I love to ask questions, as you know. I was asking them, what's your brand of basketball? What's your DNA? He said, look, transition. Make the basket and press our opponent. So that's going to be interesting. They haven't done that fully yet, but that's quite smart in my opinion, because, you know, if you're going to be a pressing team, you've got to be a very fit team as well.
Yeah, it looks like it took them just a couple of minutes to gradually get back into it. Masahiro Fujita is a very experienced coach for Nippon Sports Science University. He's been around since 2010, so he knows his stuff, and Nippon also just came back from the WUBS.
Etugen trying to find their rhythm. They're down by 7 points. It's not emergency button just yet, but they need to rebound a lot better. They're a little bit undersized compared to the Nippon Sports Science University team. And speaking about size, you have to give full credit to Nippon Sports Science University's big Sa Sheha, who's got 3 blocks at the moment. And he is definitely the rim protector of this team. Not many turnovers in this game yet, which is fantastic to see. They're protecting the ball in the lane. Bank shot. Yes! The bank is open right now at Hangzhou. Nice deposit.
Great finish and good tip in for Etugen, trying to stop the bleeding.
Goes for the 3. Won't go down. Careless pass as they give that away. They were rushing to get it up the floor there, Taylor. And these are the 1%ers that all teams need to look after.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit too ahead. You know, they caught a little moment of momentum, but it's back to Nippon's possession.
Here is OA. OA with a good pass. OA. OA. OA with gets the trip. And they're saying it's a travel. No, I kind of disagree with the Etugen players because he was tripped. His feet were very much in motion. Taylor, you got the better view here.
Yeah, let's take a look at another angle here. Trying to go in wedge between Etugen and Nippon players. Now we see number 5 getting some respite. Barsbold Bakar Erdin.
From the baseline, that is way, way off target by Kenta Oda. Rushed offense, but keeps this game interesting, if you know what I mean, because, I mean, we are neutrals. We don't side with any university team. We just want to see close basketball games.
Yeah, we want an exciting game, particularly for game 1 of this AUBL tournament. There's under 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
Puts him on his back, fires. No 3. Still, the Etugen University team have not scored a triple, but they're trying, though. Got to pick better shots. Good footwork for the reverse. Yes, that's much better. Like I said, attack the tin. They've got confidence with that. I think they're trying to shoot the 3 too much and shoot their way back into this game, but they're okay. They're down by 3, and they get the rebound to potentially set up another run. Bounce pass. Etugen on the baseline. Etugen posting up. Out. trying to fight, get that open look. Up top, oof, gives up the three. Screener was a bit sloppy, puts it up, tip, yes, it's a 1-point game. Well, sorry, yes, it is a 1-point game. Oh.
Notice that those two possessions, Tushig Elbeg, number 20, both had handles in those two scoring opportunities. So despite number 5, Batar Erdine, being on the bench, you got number 20, Tushig Elbeg.
Rips through the net. Nothing but net from the corner by Kenta Oda. Just as Etugen was smelling to hit the lead, Oda says, oh no, you leave me open, I will punish you.
Yeah, they answer right back immediately. So Etugen is only behind by 2 possessions though, so anything is possible with 1 minute, 22 seconds left. It's a great look.
That was a shoot for the 3, and that was amazing. That was on the catch. So he was awake and loaded in the corner to hit that triple. And that's the 5th three-pointer for the Nippon Sports Science University team. And bricks that shot. Bindi Ria Sandagorj. He was one of the players that actually helped me out with the pronunciation, so I can't take the credit too much, Taylor. You know, that's the friendliness of these players. Good guys. Breaks both shots, and is that going to come back to haunt them later? It's not going to haunt them now in this period, maybe not the next, but later when you do the mathematics.
Yeah, every point could possibly count in this situation, particularly with a close game in the first quarter.
Sandak Gorge goes to the bench. His coach giving him some much-needed reflection time. Nippon Sports Science, full of running, full of energy. They're all sports science students. Drives the lane. Couldn't quite rised up there, but couldn't quite connect. Etugen, got a cut, posting on the spin, attacks. Couldn't sneak it in, but gets the rebound. Got his own man. That's really, really good hustle by Etugen.
Yeah, that man-to-man defense is having to fight a little bit harder, as Etugen will get another chance at the free throw line. Now, typically we call it a charity stripe, but it's not really much of a charity stripe if you miss both of those last shots just now.
Well, what do we say in Asia? When something's free, take it.
Take it.
Take it, make it. So this is Usuk Bayar Otkong Bayar. He's one of the very few bigs in this team, so they will be relying on him on his length, especially on those defensive rebounds, which they have been. Well, that's their WIP. Let's put it that way in terms of their defensive rebounds. They need to work on that. Not easier said than done when you don't have size. And some of these teams, especially the teams from the, the hometown, the Shanghai team.
Yeah.
And the Tsinghua University team, they're massive.
Certain regions, they have foreign player exceptions. So as we talked about it, Nippon has their one player from Senegal. However, for Mongolia, they have quite a lot to compensate because they don't have those exceptions over there.
No, they don't. It's one of those things in sport these days. And there's a lot of international students, so very easy to say, hey, they are part of this university. So that's the beauty about student athlete life. Good defense by Nippon Sports Science. There's a local referee from Hangzhou. The referee's doing a good job at the moment. Bounce pass. Aims and shoots and puts it through the net. Another one. There's 6 3-pointer in this game. And that was hit by Kenshin Asada.
He wasted no time with that. He had still plenty of seconds on the shot clock even.
Gets the steal, but couldn't hold on to it. And we got 22 seconds in the first. Nippon Sports Science University have come out to play. They're playing good two-way basketball. Etugen just look a little bit rattled. And at the moment, their coach, Bayar Sok, is actually saying a few words to his players. Etugen just got to stay strong and keep at it. One basket at a time. Goes to the 3. Yes! High, which means delicious in Mongolian, and they needed to serve up that tray straight away.
Way to finish off with 5 seconds left on the shot clock even. Finally getting in their first 3 in the quarter.
They needed that, Taylor. They really, really needed that. And they make it a 3-point ball game with 4.8 to go. But they've got to play two-way basketball. They've got to play D because this Japan team is quick. Their motion offense is super legit and slick and very, very unpredictable. Fires and tries to sell it as well. Did the referee buy it? Taylor, you're the analyst. What's your call?
Looks like he will get 3 shots at the free throw line. Looks like a Hail Mary shot from beyond at the corner there. And you see both of the referees calling it.
That was so smart. He saw the big Usuk Bayar sticking his hand out. So he said, okay, I'll just get a little bit of contact. That's smart. That's really, really intelligent by this man right here, Yuto Ore, who's not the biggest guy on the court. Lightning fast, super quick with his assist as well.
Yeah, he's a junior for the Nippon Sports Science University. We have a total of quite a few juniors on this roster.
Actually, they heave it, and they will fall way, way short. But they still got 1.3 seconds to go. Nippon Sports Science up by 5. At one point, it was a 1-point ball game in this quarter, which we were all getting excited about. You're watching the Asian University Basketball League run live from Hangzhou, China, in the Binjiang Gymnasium. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, and Taylor Chen. Very, very exciting indeed. History starts now. If you're watching this, puts it up. Oh, and 1.1 of a second to go. This is the breakdown of mathematics. I wonder if their assistant coach is a mathematician. Some teams do that, but no time for the mathematics because the mathematics says 0.00. That is the end of the first period. First period score at the Binjiang Gymnasium. It is the Nippon Sports Science University 22, Etugen University 17.
It's still...
Let's have a look at the highlights here, Taylor. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, it's still a very close lead between the two teams. However, we noticed throughout the entirety of this quarter is that Nippon really has control of the boards as well as the tempo and the momentum. They hustle really hard. We only see moments of Etugen, you know, getting those rebounds and getting those moments where they could penetrate through into the paint.
Well, in my opinion, I mean, Etugen need to rebound a lot better. You know, they've got to box out. They've got to win those defensive rebounds because they are quick. They are a quick team, good athletes that can start things on the break. So again, easier said than done when you're taking on a lightning fast team. Let's look at the stats there, Taylor. And I mean, I'm not surprised. You know what? From the shots from the outside, 5 big 3-pointers by the Nippon Sports Science University team.
Yeah, the Nippon Sports University, they are out shooting and they're getting more buckets in terms of beyond the perimeter now. Also, now we talked about the Nippon controlling the boards, but we're seeing on the graphics, Etugen's got 18 over.
Yeah, but overall they've got more rebounds because of those long rebounds. But you know, defensive rebounds, which we were talking about, you know, they just needed to be a lot better. Etugen.
They're getting the important rebounds.
True that. I mean, I'm always a big fan of, you know, doing the hard work in the paint and boxing out and just getting physical, which some teams haven't learned how to do yet. Not in this competition, I'm just saying in general.
We see really solid spacing in these instances where they're getting those threes falling for Nippon Sports Science University. As we're starting up quickly again to start off second quarter.
Second quarter almost on the way, and we are underway in the second period. 22-17 at the Binjiang Gymnasium in Hangzhou, China. The first day of competition in the AUBL. On the steal, here comes Etugen. Etugen, not quite coast to coast, but puts it up. What a pass, gives up the 2. And an unselfish pass by Basbol Batar Elden to pass to a teammate to score the 2 to make it a 3-point ball game.
Etugen is really going to have to rely on Erden as well as number 20 Elbeck.
They almost lost another possession. Kick, fake, drive, no make, good rebound, outlets, good pass, corner. Will they go for the delicious shot? Not quite. Still surveying. Good screen just to get some separation. Open. Over the top. Gets his own miss. Nobody there to protect the rim for Nippon Sports Science University. A 4-0 run by Etu Gen. What? Need some coffee? They need some coffee?
Yeah, they caught number 6 off guard. They weren't really paying attention, and Etu Gen right there took advantage of it. And we saw earlier that rebound. Etu Gen was wide open to get the board on this side.
That was a push right there on the drive. Referee called for a little bit of shirt pulling. So 1-point ball game, 14 seconds left on the shot clock. That was committed by Eng Amor. That foul was committed by Eng Amor Bayar Batar. Changing it up, the Nippon Sports Science University team bring on Eishi Yamaguchi. Good defense to try to run him off the line. This is much better defense by Etu Gen. They know that they're trying to really protect the perimeter. Drive the lane! Not quite, couldn't finish. That would have get Etu Gen to hit the lead. Out. Nippon Sports Science, up. Ooh, that was an interesting call. But the referee called it. Looked like a clean block in real time.
Good hustle for Etu Gen, though, transitioning back to defense. Fortunately, leading to more free throws for Nippon.
Toki Yoshida puts one away. That's his first point of the game. And 2 out of 2 for the pair of free throws, should I say, by Toki Yoshida. Etu Gen going for a horn set. Bounces it, swings it. At the baseline, good movement, fires. Ooh, rims out, unlucky. That almost went down. On the break, Nippon Sports Science trying not to waste any time. On the spin, in the lane. No, offensive foul, says the referee. And that referee, that was the most animated offensive call I've ever seen. It's like a nightclub.
Yeah, he was ready. He punched the air like the air owed him money or something like that.
He just drove to the rim. Eishi Yamaguchi up top. Fires. Too strong. Gets the rebound though. Reloads for the triple. Puts it in. Tar Sir High. Delicious.
You want to make the game interesting? Give the ball to Barsbold Batar Erden.
And all of a sudden, we are even Steven. 24-24. This is what we want to see. In the lane. Big man goes to the cup and he can't be stopped. Sa Sheha with the running basket for the 2, for the deuce.
Smart downhill drive made by the Senegalese foreign student, Sa Shaka.
Here they come on the transitioning. Good dish. Oh, what a block, but he was fouled. That was a really, really awesome assist. Love seeing that. Fantastic find.
Yeah, number 15 couldn't get the block, but he had his other counter teammates coming in for the block.
Puts that in, rounds that in. And Etu Gen trying to hit the front. They don't just want to be tied up. Can you believe this, Taylor? It's already almost 4 minutes played in this period. Gone by so quickly, 2 out of 2. Inbound. With cool music being played at the Bingjiang Gymnasium. Over the top. Nice, calm and control. He attracted the double team, but there's no way that double team could have stopped Sheha. He was just too big.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier how there was a close lead earlier. Now, Nippon Sports was held down to only, they only scored 4 points since the beginning of the first quarter.
Good triple score by Basketball Bat Erden. Double team, turnover. Here they come. Etugen with the lead. They want to extend the lead. Rounds it in. Serra High and Nippon Sports Science University says timeout. We need to reset their buttons because they've come out with a flamethrower.
Yeah, Erden now with 2 threes in this quarter alone. Again, that's just, you know, we're seeing the first quarter how they kind of needed to warm up a little bit, get those jitters out the way. They only shot one 3, but in this quarter, big difference now.
And Nippon Sports Science University is now time to crack the whip because in the first period they were the dominating team. But basketball is a long, long game. And let's have a look at some of the highlights here. Pulls up and hits. Handoff, release, lets it fly and lands it in, circles it in. Good job, Basketball Batar Erden. There's Basketball speak of the man himself. He's a real leader of this team. He's got 13 points at the moment with 3 rebounds, Taylor. 50% in terms of field goal shooting percentage. He's
really contributed in the second quarter. Now I did the math, and in this quarter alone, Etugen scored 15 points as opposed to Nippon only held down to 6 points so far.
It's a great contest. This is what we want to see. This is AUBL basketball. 32-28. Have they hit the panic button or have they hit the calm button? Nasty handles by Hakaru. Hakaru bounces it. Trying to shake off the defenders. Got loose, but got open with a rush shot and ooh. Did the referee put hands up for... That was a rough foul. That was above the shoulder. That is not right. That is Eishi Yamaguchi who commits the foul.
Trying to prevent any fast break opportunities going on. It's probably a good idea as neither one are in the bonus yet.
Outlet pass there. Handoff. The logo. Now that the logo. Looking. Scanning. Off the cross. Crosses him up. And in my part of the world, that's how you try to make chili sauce off the cross.
You got a recipe for that?
Oh yeah.
You want to share with us?
Put the chili in the blender. Put the ketchup in.
Ketchup?
Yeah,
I've never heard of that one.
Not tomato ketchup, but like black soy sauce ketchup.
Oh.
Very famous in Southeast Asia.
Okay, it's an Asian ketchup.
Yeah, so in Southeast Asia, we call it ketchup.
Oh,
so
okay. So as we talked about, you're going to get basketball and some food.
Well, that's
on the podcast.
That's right. I mean, you know what? We are Asians, and all these athletes are Asian. So one thing that we Asian citizens love is food. It brings family together, and it puts a smile on all our faces. Food is not just putting food in the stomach. It's a delicacy. It's a time to relax. It's a time to celebrate friendship, and it's sometimes a time to just say, okay, you lost. Go have some food, relax, and then let's go again. So one team is going to eat happy after this. One team is going to eat sad. Corner, 3, sets and shoots. Couldn't get that to go down. Good rebound. They must have heard us. Dish, push, yes! Nicely done by Mr. Sandakgorj.
Again, Basketball Batar Erden getting the credit for the assist. Good dynamic between number 5 and number 25, Sandakgorj.
34-29, 4:31 to go, 18 seconds left on the shot clock. This game has definitely not disappointed in terms of entertainment. Shots from the outside, attacking the rim, penetration, blocks, crosses. Oh, look at this man. He loves to make that chili sauce. What a move by Hikaru Tsukiyoka. Beats him off the dribble, takes it to the tin, and puts it in.
Rejected the screen from Sheha, took the gamble, and he won in that instance.
But Nippon Sports Science say you can make the chili, but we're not going to get silly and get complacent. From the outside, penetrates. Oh, rejection. Talk to my hand, young fella. Transition basketball. Lost the handle, gets it back. Up top. Fires. Not quite. Good rebound. Safe rebound as he brings it down for the rebound. Sheha earlier. Corner. Unsupervised. Off the fake. Take. And that's an air ball. Here come Etugen. They are full of flow with spillage. Ooh, that was... Hope the referee didn't read that a different way. Taylor, what do you think?
Looked like Sar tried to get his hand in the cookie jar. Made a little bit too much contact. As we see the reach over there. Don't think they're gonna upgrade that.
Well, don't forget, no IRS, remember?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Which, if you're thinking about IRS, everyone, we're not talking about tax. We're talking about...
Please don't talk about taxes.
Yeah. Well, death and taxes. We're talking about
Unavoidable.
instant replay system, and the ABU has been very, very clear that before this tournament, there will be no IRS. There will just be the human eye of the three referees. Bounce pass, been very clear about that. So good communication by AUBL to the players, management, and also the coaches. Sloppy, a little bit circus. Nippon Sports Science, get it going. They're quick. Oh, good D. That's very good D. Catch. Thank you very much. Tasahai, it is. And a very, very simple basket by Tushik Elbeck, who gets the deuce.
Saw a little bit of a scramble between both possessions on either side, but you see Etugen getting points off of that possession.
And is it just me here, Taylor, but Nippon Sports Science University, they're looking a little bit calamitous and turning the ball over a little bit too much.
They are. I mean, as I mentioned before, there's a little bit of a scramble, especially with Etugen actually adjusting quite well in the second quarter, thanks to number 20, Tushig Elbeck, as well as number 5, Barthol Patara Erden. Now, again, talking about them having professional experience while playing in college ball, so that is a huge, that's what they have over Nippon.
Good analysis, Taylor. Takes it to the rack, and in my part of the world, they call it an open house, where they just invite you and say, come into my house and eat, and that's what he did. He went to the rim. There was no D. They can't do that. 38-33. Etugen has definitely been the better team. Step back three. Backs up, but couldn't hit. Oh, good put back by the big man, Usukbayar Bayar.
We're really seeing the Etugen players, all 5 of them contributing, whether it's moving the ball, creating spacing, or scoring.
Look, another open house. He just got way easy to the penetration and drove to the rim. One thing that Etugen have to be careful of, these guys are quick. Look at this. Thank God for Usukbayar, who just got there in the nick of time to stick his hand out and reject. And as I say, or as we say that, Usukbayar to the bench and Sandak Gorj on court.
And we're seeing the final less than 2 minutes left. They're bringing in their other starting big onto the court. Again, keeping their best guard rotation on right now.
Hikaru Tsukiyoka, captain, courageous. 1:44 to go. It's a 5-point ball game. This beautiful court at Binjiang's gymnasium in Hangzhou. Posting up, looking for the open man. Turnover, but they get it back. Good job by Etugen. Launches a long three. Couldn't get that to go down as it hit the side iron.
It's a good attempt by Erden. You can really see that he can drive in and shoot from any point of the court. Unfortunately, had the look, but not the touch in that instance.
Moving it around from the baseline. They floated. The running bank shot is good. It's a Monday here, so the bank is very much open for deposits. What a deposit that was by Nippon Sports Science University. Fires. Oh, bang! He went bank. And the banker is good for Davai Saihan Bayarsot. Players call him the coach. Catch and shoot! Gambate! It's raining threes at the Binjiang Gymnasium in Hangzhou. Could not put that away. Is there another tray being gonna come up? It's a three-point ball game. Over 30 seconds to go. Halftime is just around the corner. Looking and sizing up his opponent. Double team. Hezi couldn't put it down. Gets it. Ties it. No, not ties it up. 1-point ball game. And what a late run by Nippon Sports Science, Tay.
Yeah, you can see a couple of the Etugen players kind of losing a little bit of gas, in particular number 5, Erden.
It's a timeout call. Interesting, a timeout call with 9.3 seconds to go.
Yeah, it's let's see what the strategy is for Etugen, how they can maintain just a 1-point lead to finish off the first half of this game.
You know, they're a very, very funny team. They started off extremely slow in the first period, and then, you know, they've really pretty much, well, they owned the first 6 minutes of the second period, and in the last couple of minutes, they were very, very topsy-turvy, turning the ball over, you know, being very slack on defense, on their interior defense, and that's why those open house baskets were being made, and that's why their coach is going absolutely ballistic. Let's have a look at the highlights right here, Tay.
Yeah, talking about Nippon having a little bit of a scramble in between this particular quarter, but they're scrappy. Both teams are scrappy, so you're going to see moments of scoring runs on both sides.
Bit of H2O juice at the moment, aka water, and Nippon Sports Science University, they applied the press just to put some pressure on Etugen, and it's worked. They've gone on this good run, and they've closed the gap. And can you believe it? At one point, Etugen were leading by 7 points. It's now 1. And that man right there with 13 points, Misaki Do-ai, he's got an eye for the basket.
Leads the Nippon Sports Science University in scoring.
Oh, blows by, beats him off the dribble, reverse, yes! That's a highlight moment for Instagram! Take that! What a reverse layup as he opened the defense with a can opener all the way from Etugen University. He got to the rack and said, it's my basket, it's my time. Basketball, Bata Erden.
See that beautiful run and gun finish to top off the first half of game 1 of AUBL.
Halftime score right here at the Binjiang Gymnasium in Hangzhou. It's Etugen University 45, Nippon Sports Science University 42. Let's just break down the stats there, Taylor. Those stats have a lot more animation in it.
Yeah, Etugen crawled back in terms of shooting beyond the perimeter. So they're 5 for 19. Nippon Sports Science University 6 for 15. As we see on the screen, rebounds. Etugen, they quickly adjusted with the rebounds. Now they're the ones controlling the boards, 29 to 18.
Phenomenal stuff by both teams, playing excellent basketball. And I must say, both teams have come alive, and they are playing not just great offense, but some amazing defense at times as well.
As analyst. I will do a data as analyst too. Okay. The analyst always takes
Welcome back, everyone, to our game between the Etugen University team from Mongolia and the Nippon Sports Science University team from Tokyo, Japan. You're joining us, Ben Ibrahim, and also Taylor Chen. And the score right now, at the moment, is the Etugen team lead by a triple, 45-42. But that wasn't the case at the end of the first period, where the Nippon Sports Science University were full of running and full of shooting, hitting at least 4 big three-pointers. But Taylor, this is a game that is so inconsistent. At the start, it was Nippon Sports Science University dominating. And then all of a sudden, Etugen just brought up the firewalk and started firing away and playing great two-way basketball.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a game of runs in the beginning of the second quarter. 15-6 is what we saw before I called timeout by Nippon Sports Science University. And, I noticed that Etugen in the second quarter, they like to take more risks. They like to shoot more. I mean, we saw field goal attempts in the numbers. They're shooting more, especially with big thanks to number 5 in particular, Barsborg Baltarad Erdine. He's got 6 assists, so he's leading in assists. So he's controlling possessions for Etugen's side.
Well, since you're giving the Etugen team so much love, I'm going to give the Nippon Sports Science team some love. They've got Shotaro Ishikawa with 13 points at the moment, their leading scorer, and one man who's also playing unselfish basketball, not high in points, but Hakaru Shikiyoka with 8 points, but his number of assists, the way he brings his team into the game, that's why he's the team captain of the Nippon Sports Science University team.
Yeah, absolutely. He is the leading scorer, as opposed to, on the other side, leading scorer for the Etugen team is, again, number 5, Erdine. So the solution for Etugen is give the ball to Erdine and, let the ball fly, let the chips fall. So I think in the second half, what we're going to see is, how will Nippon adjust and how will they stop number 5, Erdine, for Etugen?
Well, that's the big question. I mean, both teams have their strength. Both teams have their key players. I think both coaches are losing a little bit of hair at the moment because they're saying, why is my respective team playing such inconsistent basketball?
We could talk about game 1 jitters. We could talk about the advantages that both have. I mean, as we mentioned earlier, Etugen has 2 professional ball players, as opposed to Nippon, they got a foreign student. So we'll see which one has more of an advantage in game 1 of the Group D round play.
Etugen have the handoff, up top, straightaway tray, bang! Does it high. What a great way to start the third.
Yeah, it took no time wasted there. Beautiful shot from the top.
And Nippon Sports Science University, they can't get into that hole as they did late in the second quarter. Great D. Referee didn't call it and didn't blow it down. On the drive, good defense by Etugen. Oh, great D outlet. Here they come. Etugen on the break. Sets the screen again. Up top, second consecutive three-point attempt, but it didn't go down just like it did the first time.
Still a strong start. Again, we're seeing the hustle that Etugen has, but Nippon answering back quick, returning and transitioning back to defense.
To inbound with 14 seconds on the clock. Oh, nobody there. That was what you call an absolute snooze for Nippon Sports Science, and they got punished.
Yeah, Etugen came in like a thief in the night in that instance. They're starting off strong for the second half.
Nippon Sports Science sets the screen by their big man, Shiha. Shiha rises up and lays it up and in.
Quick answer back for Nippon's possession. Again, you see that downhill drive from number 15, their Senegalese student, Sar Sheikh.
Let me help you out on that one. That's Sar Sheha.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
No worries, no worries. These names are tongue twisters, but that's what they call great culture and diversity in the lane. Push shot, rebound, out. They are rebounding like machines. What a pass. Ooh, that was a nasty, nasty foul by Toki Yoshida.
I think from that perspective, we see a little bit of acting there. As you see his head tilt a little bit backwards. It was a foul. It was indeed a foul, justified, but didn't need the extra acting in that instance.
Oh well, a bit of animation never hurt anybody. As long as it's legit, because these guys will not quit, especially on the inside, and the spin. The bank shot was off. Nippon Sports Science happy that they missed. Nippon Sports Science, they don't want to miss. They down by, it's a 2-possession game, over the top, and that was mighty, mighty ambitious. And tried to give it to a cutting and running Sheha, but he couldn't catch and put it away.
Yeah, the downhill drive could not execute, a little bit too high on the pass, so it went way out of bounds. We're going to see the last replay here in this instance. I don't even think the ball even grazed his fingers.
Posting, trying to find the stamps. Ooh, steal, and can he get the score? Rises up and says, arigato, thank you very, very much.
Has a cookie monster right there getting the steal. That's the second one for Nippon Sports Science University.
Now, they've got to be careful. Etugen, oh, nicely done. What, it just makes his opponent fly. He makes Sheha flew with no frequent flyer points, and he got the basket. Excellent, excellent calmness. Open house. Yes, please. Come and eat my food.
We're seeing both teams being really quick, and again, transition, transition, transition. How important it is for both sides right now.
Well, as we'll see with this replay here, look at that steal.
Yeah, again, hand of the cookie jar, 2 steals for number 21. That is Hakaru Tsukioka, captain of Nippon.
Goes for the high arcing 3, hits the back iron, couldn't get the bounce. Good rebound by Tushig Elbeck. On the wing, penetrates. Ooh, tried to do a fancy dish, but a bit too fancy. Here come Nippon Sports Science. They don't muck around, they don't waste time. Corner, attacks on the B-line and gets fouled on the B-line as well. And that was an absolute smasher.
Yeah, it was a big body bump. That's going to be number 1, Enk Amor Bayabatar. So we see him ramming himself right into the Etugen's big.
Game captain Dusei Hayata, 4-point lead. Notice, Taylor, how this game just blows by. I can't believe we have 6:34 to go. One more time, he's got 3 points. 1 out of 1 for 4 currently, or 1 of 4 currently. And not a super, super massive guy, but again, I think he would be up there in a 50-meter race. Yeah, he's got bricks those shots. Still a 4-point ball game. Bounces it, double team, straight away, no tray, rebound. They're hustling there, getting those offensive rebounds. Good job, Etugen. And Etugen getting some better looks. Backdoor cut by Etugen, but couldn't take advantage. Off the dribble. 3 won't go. So Nippon Sports Science not complaining, blows by. Tries to get by, but good D. Fires. Side iron. Etugen with the rebound. Etugen being put under pressure, but it's all good. Good screen, good high screen by Etugen's Enk. Enk Amora Bayabatur. Oh, a fancy move, too fancy. And when you're fancy, it's sometimes a little bit schmancy.
Yeah, Erdin trying to shake off the team captain of Nippon Sports University. They're doing a better job of guarding Erdin in these last couple of possessions. He hasn't had that many handles on the ball in these last couple of possessions with 5 minutes, 42 seconds left.
And they're changing it up. Bringing on Munkbata Sogar. Keeping it fresh. Etugen, okay, stopping the clock. First time that's happened today. Game clock back on. Hakaru. Oh, Hakaru Tsukioka off the screen was set. Out. Looking to bounce pass. Goes upstairs. Oh, rejected. Oh, the little man blocked the big man and said, yeah, I'm not afraid of you. You may be bigger. But in that situation, I made the smarter move. Look at that. Talk to the hand.
That's a David and Goliath situation. And look at the hops for number 20, Elbeck.
Tushig Elbeck with SWAT team defense. Is he going to apply for the police academy one day with blocks like that? Absolutely. 54-48, 5:16 to go. That's what we love to see. The little man beating the big man. And Tushik Elbak, the captain of this team, at the line for a pair of free throws.
Not only were they effective on defense, but they also get chances at the free throw line. Having a more success at the free throw line too compared to Nippon at this point. Sometimes these free throw opportunities, it's a wing and a prayer. You're just hoping that they get in.
100%. His 5th point of the game. Tushik Elbak leading by example. Now Nippon Sports Science University falling in that hole a little bit. 2-possession game. No panic stations yet, but they need to start hitting big threes and go gambate. Puts it up. Good D again. That's the second time in this period that they've rejected Sheha. And Sheha looking a little bit frustrated there, Taylor.
Yeah, the strategy for Nippon right now is give the ball to the big man. But as you said, Ben, you know, he's kind of being outmatched by the smaller guys. Again,
Absolutely.
David Goliath situation.
These Etugen players are very athletic. Takes it, and kicks it. Runs it. Couldn't score it. Good rebound by Dusei Hayata. Long baseball pass, and that was to Babe Ruth.
Yeah, trying to create a fast break opportunity there with that quarterback pass from coast to coast there. Again, a little bit too high and too deep.
Brings it up, pushing it up the basketball court. Ooh, offensive foul called by the referee, off-ball foul. And that was committed by Tushik Elbak. Blocking foul, Taylor.
Yeah, pretty quick coming back off the bench and getting himself his first offensive foul in this quarter.
Open. Pass half court. Trying to shield it earlier. Backdoor. There's a backdoor. No, he didn't see it. Good defense by Etugen, and that's why it has led to a turnover. Here come Etugen. They're playing much better defense than their opponent from Nippon Sports Science. The shake, the pump. Oh, the no look. That was what you call a wild animated shot. Unfortunately, it didn't go down. Nippon Sports Science not complaining. They need a bucket, and they need one now. Drive, up, no. Still no joy. Good pass, 2-on-1 situation. Goes for the layup and gets it to drop. And Etugen are in a very happy moment. Happy joy. Timeout call. Nippon Sports Science University.
Nippon Sports Science, they are probably, obviously they're not happy that Etugen is ahead 11-6 in this quarter alone. However, they probably need that respite. Quite a few possessions in those last couple of minutes. So both teams are probably really gassed right now. We can see them making a couple of turnovers, misfire passes, a couple of steals from Etugen as well.
Well, looking at the highlights right here, look at that steal by the outstretched Usukbayar Otkongbayar. And that's what they're doing better, in my opinion, in this quarter, Taylor. It's just that defense and forcing the Nippon Sports Science University team into turnovers and just going on the break and hitting them. I mean, I would love to see at the end of this, at the stats in terms of, points off turnovers.
Yeah, I love to watch the Etugen. They're making a lot more riskier plays again. They're hustling a lot more on defense. And even though, for instance, Barzbol Bartar Erden got an offensive foul, they were quick to adjust and quick on making those transitions again and again. As we see right now.
That is Mr. Usukbayar Otkongbayar with 5 points and 50% in terms of field goal shooting percentage. So doing extremely well. And Hikaru can't turn the ball over, my friend. This is good pressing defense. They're trying to apply a little bit of a press, the Etugen team, which is good physical style. You need to be fit to execute it. Corner, fake, sidestep take, no make. Tried to go for the putback, and maybe he could have argued he was fouled as he went upstairs. That's Kenta Oda.
It's great defense for Etugen. You know, you have two bigs from Etugen's side as opposed to number 15, Sak Shikha. He's really the only big player that Nippon is relying on. And again, they kind of need to be more conservative with utilizing him because he's not been as effective as Nippon would want him to be.
Another three-point attempt by Nippon earlier as Taylor was breaking it down, but wouldn't go down. No good. Just getting too many baskets from transition. Oh, now it's Etugen's turn to turn it over. They turn it over, and now Nippon Sports Science. Nippon Sports Science, another turnover. This looking a little bit clumsy. First day jitters, as Taylor would say, maybe off the dribble. Well, couldn't sneak that three in by Enk Almer Bayar Butter.
Now, for all teams throughout the games, you're going to have 3 timeouts in the second half. So head coach of Nippon already utilizing one, but they might need another one with turnovers and misfire passes once again after the timeout.
Drives the lane and puts it up high off the glass. Couldn't get that to go down the middle. Off the outlet pass by Usuk Bayar. Usuk Bayar with the pass, falling for a two-man play. He wants 2 men outside the perimeter. Load it and shoot it. Jab, screen, penetrate, up. Oh, that's a tough shot. Makes the tough basket. Nyamchot Zorik. What a move.
That might be his first field goal in today's match. Again, you know, all of them having some kind of contribution on the court, off bench and the starting 5 for Etugen.
And I hate to say this, Taylor, but Etugen are really in a little bit of a hole at the moment. Down by 10. Sorry, not Etugen. Check that. Nippon Sports Science University in a hole at the moment. Down by 10 points, double digits. That's not good for the psychology.
No, definitely not. This might be the largest lead that we're seeing in this game. Oof.
The air conditioning took that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they say in my country.
Right.
Yeah. The aircon was too strong.
What we like to say is, oh, somebody must have left the window open.
What a big win that was to put an air ball on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
1:30 to go, 90 seconds. Etugen out, push, and drops. That's an excellent floater. They are bossing this right now. Bounce ball, Batar Erden with the teardrop to make it a 12-point game in the third period for Etugen University, the team from Ulaanbaatar.
Head coach really smart about giving Barsbold some minutes as break because, you know, you see him fumbling as he gets those downhill drives, and then he really smartly tosses it back to his teammates to get the basket. So again, unselfish basketball there.
To the wing and sends it, bang! They needed that big time. Gambate to the highest order.
That's a huge relief. It's been a couple of minutes since they made a basket.
And just like that, it's a 9-point ball game because of a big three by Nippon Sports Science University. They've got possession of the ball, 12 seconds left on the shot clock.
We see Barsbold now driving in from the left. And again, we see Nippon player getting his hand, making contact with Barsbold. So he'll get a chance at the free throw line.
Making the changes, Enkamor, Bayar Butter to the bench. Shoots for 3. Oh! If you can shoot a 3, we can shoot a 3 as well. That triple is good. And it stands 63-51. Excellent by Bata Erden or Barsbold to hit the triple, dish, up, and 1. He gets the hoop and the harm. Haruki. That wasn't a rookie move by Haruki. He's a dunker in his part of the world. And Taylor, maybe now, Nippon coming alive.
Yeah, I mean, look, we still have plenty of game left. We have a whole quarter left. We can see Nippon still climbing and crawling into this game. There's still a chance for them to get back into it. 10 points could still get chipped down. Could still get chipped away.
Couldn't convert the three-point play earlier. Mr. Haruki. Handoff, shoots for another three, but that hits the front of the rim, and Nippon got on the end of it, and they are in possession with the dribble. Slowing it down. They know they're not going to hit the front. They just want one more basket at least before the end of the third period. Bounces it. Attacks. Oh, what a move. An adjustment in the air. Michael Jordan-like. And North Carolina would be very proud. Haruki Koguchi, should I say. He's happy. Look at that. He's smiling from ear to ear.
What a beautiful buzzer beater finish. We saw that in the second quarter. And now third quarter finish by bench player number 5, Haruki Koguchi.
And that was hot. That was really, really hot. Okay, so again, just as we were, well, before I say anything, let's just recap the score. It is Etugen University 63, Nippon Sports Science University of Tokyo, Japan. They have 55, an 8-point ball game. Taylor, break down those lovely stats for us.
It's a low-scoring affair in the third quarter, but looks like Nippon Sports University is trying to make more shots. They're evening up in terms of the percentile. Again, Etugen controlling the boards, but with the advantage of those two big players having control in the paint up against the likes of Sa Shikha. So again, we're still seeing Etugen with a steady lead going into the fourth quarter.
Well, let's just recap some of the stats because it was an excellent basketball. Look at this cross as he crosses up Shotaro, and then just really, really good movement. Such great athletes on the spin move. And that is my favorite moment of the game. Little man rejects big man and tells the referee that's a travel.
Yeah, Erden and Elbeck. Again, we just saw those moving highlights. Again, those are the Mongolian Broncos, the current champions of the league.
And just as we say about defense, they just pop up and gets the three-point drop. What a triple by Erden. Extended layup. Put it away. Don't forget, everyone, it's still a very, very close game. 8 points at 1 point. Etugen led by 12. But complacency is never a good thing. So who can get this done? Our first game of the Asian University Basketball League in Hangzhou, China. Referee made a call. Basket wouldn't have counted if he scored anyway. Look at this, Taylor. Oh, yeah, that was too much hands in the face, and that was foul committed by Usokbaya Otkong Bayer.
Quick to pull him back to the bench as we have number 1 Bayer Botar returning.
Tell you what, Tay, what's the stats from the free throw line by both teams?
Do we really need to know?
I do. I do, because you know what? They could have scored a lot more, got a lot closer.
Well, the hope is they'll be quick to adjust in their next games. For the Nippon Sports Science University, they're 61% at the line. 61 also for Etugen University, actually.
Good putback by Sandak Gold as Taylor was breaking down the stats for us. That excellent second chance hustle. Getting low. Off the cross. Good curl pass. Fake. Out. Sidestep off the dribble. No 3 to go. Corner. Reloads. Corner pocket 3. No joy as well. Great rebound by Etugen. Etugen sets the screen and slips to the screen. Well, Just slips to the rim off the screen. That was a good slip. Sends this deadly shooter to the line.
Now we'll see number 25 getting his first free throw opportunity. That's going to be number 5 Haruki Koguchi's first personal on the fourth. Again, couldn't block the shot. Instead of he makes contact on his arm.
Ooh, in and out, and he was a bit frustrated on that one. Come on, guys, body language, as our coaches would say. Chin up, head up, and get that beef movement going. Body elevation and flow it, hit it. That's how you do it. I remember a coach telling me once he scolded his players for bad body language, so get on with it. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Races to the rack. Yes, beats everybody off the dribble and says, Gambate Hakaru Skiyoka. He's been doing that, well, not all day long, but with some great moments in this one. Referee called the foul, and the benches are animated. One animation of joy, one animation of a little bit of disappointment.
Yeah. Barsbold Batar Erdene drawing another foul from Nippon University. Again, no bonus fouls yet. So we're starting off from the sideline.
Posting up at the B line in the paint, out. Sent that to the corner. Pump fake, pump fake. Oh, everybody was chomping on Enkamar's pump fake, and that's why his name is Enkamar, because he's got the armor.
You see with Sasha Ka on the bench, Etugen taking advantage with the size.
Etugen, they're just rebounding a lot better. Turnover, another one. Here comes, good bounce pass. Oh, rejection! Block! That was defense to the highest order. Now you gotta get it over half court. That's it. Upstairs. Oh, takes the elevator for the putback and gets it in. Now that's what you call transition to the highest order. Enkamar Bayabatar with a putback basket.
What an amazing transition a sequence of plays between the both teams.
This is exciting. We're loving this. Very, very good move by Sandakor to really try to set the high screen. That's tactical. Sandagor with a runner, not quite. Rebound by Nippon Sports Science. Nippon Sports Science on the break. Bounce pass. It is getting very, very chippy down there and physical, Taylor.
Yeah, as the minutes are counting down, Nippon Sports Science University trying to crawl back again. You see, that's going to be at number 5, Barsbold Batar Erden's foul. Trying to prevent those downhill drives by the guards.
Well, both teams doing a good job in that department, especially Nippon Sports Science. A lot of animation off the glass, putting it high off the glass, and puts it away by Erden Bayermuk. 8-point game is still pretty close. Double team. Hand off. On the outside. Sets the screen. A good show hard by Shotaro. Takes the three. Bang! He didn't mean that, but he took it. What a three by the big fella, Enkamar. And right now, these guys, they're feeling it, Taylor.
Yeah, absolutely. That horn offense ran beautifully for Etugen's side, with Nippon at the free throw line.
And this is one man who hasn't seen a lot of basketball time in the second half. Let's look at this. Yep, I'll just put it up. Oh yes, Tar Ser Hai, which means delicious in Mongolian. The players told us to say that, and that was a delicious three.
That was a whole meal.
Breakfast, lunch, and tea all served into one.
Absolutely.
Puts it away by Hakaru Skiyoka. 10-point game. 6.5 minutes to go. Where is this game going? Both teams are feeling a little bit electric from the outside, from the baseline. Couldn't get that to go. Good rebound by Nippon Sports Science. Nippon Sports Science blows by. And good interjection, but the referee said there was a foul.
Team captain of Nippon drawing a foul off of Willits to be a Barsbold once again. I believe that's his second personal in this quarter alone. So take a look. Fumbles the ball, but luck be on his side. He draws a foul.
6:23 to go. They need some rim protection, and that's why they sent on Sheha. No joy, no go. And Etugen, Taylor just going to try to take their time a little bit here. Waste a bit of clock. Very smart. Bounces it. Should have taken the three, in my opinion. Oh, scores from underneath. And he's done it again. The little man beats the big man. Tushik Elbek gets it over. Sa Sheha.
Yeah, I think Sa Sheha noticed that he's actually a freshman.
Big three, big three. It's happening right here. You can call the bangs if you want there, Taylor. I'm all good.
That was a beautiful shot they made. I was just going to say that Sasha Hai is only a freshman, so he's being outmatched by the veteran players that is Barsbold.
Ooh, in and out. The little man fires. Bang! It's raining threes in the fourth for Etugen University. Ulaanbaatar Magic, and that's where they're from. The great city of Ulaanbaatar in Mongolia.
You got Barsbold, you got Tushik with a 1-2 punch. Nippon just doesn't seem to have the answer for these two guys.
The dynamic duo, the Splash Brothers of Etugen basketball for another. Ooh, that would have brought the house down and sent Mongolian social media traffic into another level. But here he is with the package. Tushik. Tushik kicks, fires. Won't go down. Rebound, though. They're rebounding better. They're out-rebounding Nippon Sports Science. Nippon Sports Science. A little bit flat. Bounces it, takes it to the rack with the finger roll, but couldn't finish. Second chance, too many efforts. And that was, he was trying to go for the drive and kick, Tushik.
And there's two opportunities. They were trying to make it a third one, but I think they were a little bit gassed in those last couple of possessions there. So it's back to the Nippon possession.
4:23 to go. You would say Etugen is almost there, but I just feel that Nippon Sports Science University will try to throw the kitchen sink at Etugen. They've just got to limit those turnovers, and they've got a fighting chance. Two big three-point shots for Nippon Sports Science. Turnover again. And Etugen just saying, okay, thank you very much. We'll be okay. You want to turn the ball over, we'll just protect. And then we'll try to protect and connect the ball for a three-pointer. Sets the screen. Better defense by Nippon Sports Science. Launches it. Tap. Wing. Jab. Travel. That's actually the first travel violation of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right about that. It took almost the entirety of the game, but
well, it took like 80% of the game for our first turnover. In Southeast Asia, it happens every 2 minutes.
That's right. We're really seeing in this moment, as you mentioned, Ben, that Etugen is taking their time. They're in no rush to get the clock run down.
Goes up for the layup, and that's Sheha, the first, like Taylor said, the first-year university student. You may be big, but you know what? When you're young, and when you're raw, you're raw. But take nothing away by Nippon Sports Science University. They were good in the first quarter. They were good in shades of the game. They never gave up. They keep running, and they're still running right now. They're not out of this completely. On the wing. Good defense by Etugen. Try to run them off the three-point line and try to get them to penetrate. Fires! Hits the back iron. Great, easy rebound by Sangat Gorge. To me, Sangat Gorge and Tushik Elbek, the two best players for Etugen. What do you think, Taylor?
Oh, no doubt about it. As we see, shot a little too short there. Maybe not in that instance.
Goes up. Oh, that's a foul. Late call by the referee, but that was the right call. And I must say, our referees have done a pretty good job today. You know, considering no IRS, everything flowed and nobody fought.
Yeah, and you know, again, talking about they have plenty of experience of overseas, but you know, Asia basketball is a whole other beast in itself. So, you know, props to the referees on court right now.
I couldn't agree with you more, Taylor, because in my commentating career, I speak to a lot of imports coming from North America, coming from Europe, coming from the African nations like Senegal and Congo, and they're saying like, yeah, man, Asia's really physical. The hand checks are just everywhere, and they don't expect that because, you know, the Asian athlete is quite short and the lack of undersize compared to the, you know, to the Western athletes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to a couple of other teams, though. They are quite large. Peking University, Tsinghua, Tsinghua University, they're all really big. But, you know, the smaller players, such as what we're seeing right now, they got to overcompensate by hustling a lot harder, by being a lot more tough on defense, being physical, whatnot.
The corner three to land it in the tin, and they very, very much needed that. What do you think, Taylor? 10 points down, 2:28 to go. Can Nippon Sports Science University do the impossible?
Not impossible, but it is definitely a tall task, particularly with Hikaru Tsukiyoka, team captain of Nippon now. He's doing quite a good job. He is the lead scorer for the team. However, Etugen is hustling, and they're putting a lot of pressure on number 21 too. So he's getting less handles on the ball as much as he would like.
So Etugen putting on their best defensive players, and no half-court violation. Down the lane, good dish, lost the handle. Just took his eye off the ball for just 1 second. Nippon Sports Science University, a second chance. Nope. Referee stops 2 shots because then the penalty. And that foul committed by Usukbaya Otkongbayer for just sticking his hand out to the shoulder of a running Hikaru Tsukiyoka.
Yeah, he's getting pushed and shoved quite a bit. Again, he is the team captain. Nippon is really going to rely on him on moving the ball and being the commander for his team.
Our first game a couple of minutes away. The interesting question is, will there be overtime in the games this week? And a brick shot by Hikaru. Again, I said this at the start of the game, Taylor. Free throws, you gotta hit them.
Yeah, we don't like to say that, you know, free throws could make or break, but you never know with some of these matches.
It could make the difference.
It could make a difference, yeah.
Gotta hit your free throws. That's your bread and butter basketball. Good penetration! And that was a foul called, even though it was stopped by Sheha. Sheha looking absolutely gassed, actually. That's the foul. Hand check foul. Yep, there it is. Slap on the, or the contact on the elbow. Statistically, are they the better free throw shooting team, the Etugen team?
Well, if we're talking about this particular game right now, it's
free throw wise,
it's pretty neck and neck actually. If we're looking at the stats, yeah.
Puts that away for a bit of security. 12-point lead. And now Nippon Sports Science University need a big, big basket. Any basket will do. This one over the top. Oh! Rips the cords and gets the three. Nicely, nicely done. Long pass. Etugen just trying to waste as much time as they can because they've got 99 seconds to go before the end of this game. What did I tell you, Taylor? Maybe we're psychic. They needed a three, and someone delivered.
Absolutely. We saw a bait and switch moment in that instance, and we saw 41 short. Shotaro Ishikawa, he is known to be Nippon's best shooter. So a much-needed break for Nippon.
Trying to do, oh, nice cut. Nice cut by Tushik. Oh, what a move! He just splitted and detonated that Nippon Sports Science University social media producer. Put that on our Asia University Basketball League Instagram, please. And I will share it every day of the week this week. Or we'll share it on IG.
We're here every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I mean, you just saw Eto Gen running a clinic on Nippon. That was good. That was some amazing stuff.
Sends it back and shoots. Oh, puts it in. The triple try is good. The three-point effort executed, not to perfection, but to production. Look at this. Ooh, gives it away. That is the wrong time to turn the ball over with 61 seconds to go.
We got Nippon getting back-to-back shots from the wing, and this time what we see looks to be in the corner. And that turnover for Eto Gen, that's not going to make head coach very happy.
Absolutely not. He's going to be pretty mad.
It's a nice way of putting it.
Turnover again. And this will be a simple basket with a finger roll and timeout. Timeout, 46.3 seconds. This man, Tushik Elbak, he has bossed it. Not just offensively, but defensively as well. That man should win a trophy for playing great two-way basketball.
Amazing stuff. Tushik Elbek running a clinic, as we mentioned before. And just a reminder, we have a three-point challenge as well as a skill challenge later on in this week. So that'll be exciting to see who gets nominated from every single respective team.
Absolutely. Some replays or some highlights for you. The big three. And he was like, oh yeah, I got this. And another one. This is Basbol Batar Erden, who has been top drawer from the outside, just splashing it down and cashing and raking it in.
I love watching his quiet confidence. He is one of the younger players on the Broncos team. I love his showmanship. He's got 22 points.
Almost a triple double.
Almost a triple double. He's a couple of stats
22,
short.
8, 9. Just one more stat. Someone give him 2 more rebounds and 1 more assist, please.
This is only day one.
Absolutely. This is only game 1, and the best is yet to come. Thank you to 2 teams. You know, arigato, as they say in the Japanese language. Thank you so much for these 2 teams for putting on an outstanding exhibition. I know the team that doesn't win today will be a bit down, and they'll need their sports psychology skills to stay tough and stay in the moment. Tries to lean in and shoot. Good rebound again, and that rebound by Sanda Gorj. With a performance like this, they have woken up the AUBL world in all 12 with all the other 11 teams. And they'll win this game. Are they a force to be reckoned with in this tournament? Good pass. What a bullet pass, but good D by Shah, or Sa, should I say. Skip pass. Should have gone for the 3. Off the bounce. Takes it. Makes it. No foul. I thought that was a foul. Steals it. Late finish by Nippon Sports Science. Nippon Sports Science. And 1! After hitting a 3, they get a bucket, and they get the bump, and they'll go to the free throw line. What a way to finish this game, Taylor Chen.
Yeah, a very effective ATO couple of possessions there. You know, you're talking about how, you know, you wish Sasha Ha would make a shot from the outside, but it's not really much of an outside shooter, and he was smart to pass it on to his wing shooter there. And look at that, 84-79 is the score.
19 points. He's had a good one today. Make that 20 points. Hakaru Tsukiyoka. And that's the game, everyone. Eto Gen University and Nippon Sports Science University make history by being the first 2 teams to compete in this amazing tournament, the Asian University Basketball League. But it is the team from Mongolia, Eto Gen University, who take this one by 4 points. Final score at the Bingjam Gymnasium in Hangzhou, China. Etu Gen University 84, the Nippon Sports Science University 80. Taylor Chen, as the players are shaking each other's hands, what's your comments?
Yeah, it was really quite a transformative game starting after the first quarter. After the first quarter, Etu Gen just held on to the lead for the entirety of the game. So take a look at the field goal percentages. What was the biggest standout really was the rebounds, 56 over 33 from Nippon's side. Everything is still relatively close. So as you know, it's reflected in the score, 84 to 80. The largest lead that Etu Gen had was, I believe, was 13 points total over Nippon Sports Science University. Again, coming from the likes of Barzbol Batar Erden, as well as Tushig El Beck, team captain. Now, very shortly, we'll probably be seeing the player of this matchup for Group D.
Well, we call it player of the game, and Zoe, our media manager, will most likely be doing the interview. So we're just waiting to see who's going to be the player of the game. I mean, who's your pick? Let's have a friendly bet. Okay, the loser buys fried rice tonight.
You know what? I gotta say, I gotta give it to Barzbol Batar Erden.
Okay,
Yeah.
you say Barzbol Batar Erden, number 5?
Absolutely, yes.
I'm going to say Tushik Elbak,
Okay,
the
team
captain. Yeah, so let's see who's got this one. But overall, a stellar performance by both teams. I really like Nippon Sports Science University. They were full of running. They came out and hit some big gambate three-point shots at the start. And, I think it was about 5 3-pointers in the first period. But all of a sudden, Etu Gen found their groove. They just said, look, the only way we're going to beat this team is we're going to beat them at the rim, not just offensively, but protecting the rim, good, strong interior defense, which they were the better team in terms of defense-wise.
Number 5, basketball from Beijing University. Let's work on.
I'm buying fried rice
有请来到我身边，领取属于您的 AUBL 2025
Basketball
最佳
Butter
球员
Erden.
奖杯。
That's why you select Taylor Chen as your analyst, because she knows how it's done. That's our MC, Mr. Frank, presenting. And look at that lovely
I'll take
dog.
a photo.
Do you think they'll give us one?
I hope. I think we just need to ask for it. But is it a dog or a bunny or?
Well, we're
好
gonna.
的，现场观
Abstract
众，掌声
shape.
给他鼓励。接下来
It's
是我们
cool.
的采访时间。
Let's just say it's cool. And there's Zoe right there, about to execute the interview with the player of the game, Basketball Butter Erden.
观众朋友们，您正在收看的是亚洲大学生篮球联赛的比赛直播。站在我身边的是在刚刚比赛中获得夸克最有价值球员奖的球员，来自俄图根大学的5号球员。Ladies and gentlemen, now standing beside me is the number 5 from Etu Gen University. He just got the Quaker Player of the Game Award. 今天的第一场比赛，那么对方球员打的也非常的有进攻性，攻防转换非常的快，那么他很激动。相信呢，很多球迷们是通过夸克了解到了我们 AUBL 和俄图根大学这支球队。我们接下来问问我们的最佳球员奖的球员，他有什么话想要对粉丝说的 ？Now I believe all the fans through Quaker they know the Etu Gen University and they know AUBLs. We are going to asking what message he gonna send to the fans. What message you gonna send to the fans?
Thank you for supporting us. Keep supporting us. Yeah, that's it.
我们的夸克本场比赛最佳球员对球迷说：“感谢大家的支持，非常谢谢大家喜爱他。Thank you.
That's it.
That's it.
And hopefully he plays good, consistent basketball all throughout the week at the Asian University Basketball League. So, Taylor, any of your final thoughts before we say catch you later?
You know what? With only a 2-possession deficit from Nippon Sports Science University, this certainly made it quite an interesting and exciting game. Again, we had quite a few great highlight reels, moving highlights from both sides. In this instance, Etu Gen takes the first win in AUBL's inaugural season.
Absolutely. So that's where we're going to leave it, everyone. What a great game between these two teams. They gave it everything, as they say in basketball, hammer and tong basketball. For me, Ben Ibrahim and Taylor Chen, thank you for watching the first game of the Asian University Basketball League. Don't go away. We've got another game coming up very, very soon. We'll catch you then. And welcome back, everyone, as we're sieving the paper and looking through the stats. We were just earlier wrapping up between the Nippon Sports Science University team and also the Etu Gen University team. Etu Gen University, don't forget, from Mongolia, the great country, and the great city of Ulaanbaatar, and the Nippon Sports Science University, all the way from Tokyo, Japan. Both teams, Taylor Chen, gave us a fantastic game, but only one team prevailed, and that was Etu Gen University.
I would say Etugen so far is looking to be the dark horse of this competition. There's a lot less information on this particular team, other than the fact that we keep saying that there's 2 players that are playing on the Broncos in the league, but they really truly showed up and showed out.
Well, you know what? Full credit to both teams who don't have a lot of size. Okay, apart from Sa, who's number 15 for the Nippon Sports Science University team. But it's going to be interesting how these smaller teams, especially also the University of Hong Kong, who's under their roster is only 9 players. It's going to be interesting to see how these smaller teams, these backcourt player teams, take on the massive, massive teams of predominantly China, the China teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Our upcoming game is going to be Shanghai Jiaotong University, and if we look at the background right here, they're not small players, so it's going to be perhaps a David and Goliath kind of situation. But we really saw some exciting gameplay earlier on with really them going just the hustle and the defense was really impressive to watch on both ends.
Now, what really impressed you about the Etugen team? Let's talk about both teams right here at the moment here, Taylor. What impressed you so much about Etugen?
Etugen was really quick on adjusting after the first quarter. We saw slow start. They couldn't make a shot from the outside to save their life, but quick to make adjustments. They did make a couple of turnovers, to be fair, on both ends. But Etugen, for instance, with their player of the game, number 5,
that's Basbol Batat Erden.
Yes, correct. So number 5, he's quick to adjust, and he's not a selfish player. Despite him being the lead scorer, he's got everybody contributing on the court, full court, if at that.
Well, as you can see, the action happening live at the moment. It is the Shanghai Jiaotong University team, all the way from China, taking on very shortly the Yonsei Korea team, who are based in Sinchon in the People's Republic of Korea. It's all live and happening. But the Nippon Sports Science University team, they were full of running as well, hot at the start, and then all of a sudden the turnovers and the lack of communication and the miscommunication really cost them, especially in midway through the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter.
Yeah, we kind of talked about how this team we thought it was an advantage with having a foreign student player on the court, but realizing that he's only a freshman player, so he might not be exhausted, but it's just a lack of experience over the Etugen players guarding him, and he unable to run those dribble downhill drives later on in the game. Again, talking about the adjustment that Etugen was making and how effective it was throughout.
Well, don't forget that it was only the first game. First game jitters, whether you won it or whether you didn't. Both teams have to move forward and reflect on what's going to happen, well, what has happened during the day, and then what's going to happen throughout the rest of the week. So 2 teams right now, they can take a rest. They've, blasted the cobwebs away. But, let's refocus our attention a little bit right now, everyone, as we're sieving the paper, as we're sieving the stats. Yonsei University of the People's Republic of Korea taking on the Shanghai Jiaotong University team. They are transport university, known not just for their transport courses, but also their finance, banking, and health sciences courses. So a very, very reputable university in Shanghai taking on Yonsei University. And what are you looking forward to this game, Taylor?
Difference in sizing. I mean, we talked about the hustle in game 1, but game 2, we got both very sizable teams. So we'll see how fast or the pace of this particular game is between the 2 teams. I don't think they've ever had cross paths ever in exchanges or exhibition games or tournaments. So looking forward to just see the style of play and how they adjust.
Absolutely. Just now I was putting my 3 fingers up just like this because it is, the 3-point shot, which is something very, very indoctrinated into the DNA and heritage of Asian basketball. Will that be a factor for these 2 teams? Because Shanghai, they have plenty of size about them. What do you think, Taylor?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we're at the hotel, and, we're staying with the other 12 teams, and we're at the breakfast buffet, and I just feel like a mouse in the house. I was just looking up the whole entire time. I got a neck crick from just looking up towards them, just to try to recognize their faces. So I'm not as familiar on either teams, but again, I'm very excited to be, watching game 1 of the Group C series. Now, Group C, we have Shanghai and Yonsei as well as Tairen University.
Don't forget, like Taylor said, everyone, for those of you who don't know, there are 12 teams in the Asian University Basketball League. And what's this, the Asian University Basketball League. And don't forget, all these 12 teams are housed in one hotel. That's right, they see each other, well, not necessarily 3 times a day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but they are just, you know, they're in the same, some of them are on the same floors. So it's really interesting, and a lot of them speak the same language, Mandarin. All right, so I mean that's as close proximity as you're going to get.
But you know what we talked about earlier in game 1, that basketball is a universal language, how you're giving them handshakes and you're giving them sign language, you know, kind of giving your own interpretation of sign language, and people understand it, you know, not just food, it's the sport itself, it's the love for the game, it's the passion, and you know, all these boys or men, they are very open and they're friendly, and you talk to them and you can have conversations, as broken as they are, you can have conversations, and hopefully throughout the week that we can learn a little bit more besides watching them on the court, but maybe talking to them. And you know, we can always go on Instagram, watch the content, the interviews that AUBL have.
That's right, and you know what, the interviews have been extremely fantastic. One thing about us commentators, everyone, we get these stats throughout the game for the Asian University Basketball League, and these stats are broken down in absolute